Hello again, Struck Pop. October is finally here, and bit by bit we will be seeing some releases in this month, and there are many, believe me. I had to split my upcoming videos in like 5, 6 different videos, but I'm keeping them with no more than 10 titles this month, at least for the strictly specials. And this one is dedicated to co-op games. We all love playing single player games, or at least I assume so, but every now and then it is better to call a buddy or a few and play a co-op version of the game if it provides such an option. Well, all of those games do provide one way or another the option to play with others, be it like PvPing with friends against others, or using your friends as teammates and them using you as a teammate to defeat hordes of enemies. So I hope you enjoyed this video, buckle up and let's go. Starting off with Undecember, a game that just yesterday on the 1st of October, I made a video about the recently announced at the end of September release date that is coming in the 12th of October. Steam still doesn't tell you 12th October. In fact, this game is very bad when it comes to marketing the PC version. Maybe in Korea, maybe in South Korea, nowadays, like several months after launch, maybe the majority of the players still playing the game are mobile players, and that's why they're focusing their attention on mobile game marketing. But there will be a Steam Next Fest demo, and that is when the marketing will kick things off. And when is that? Tomorrow, the 3rd of October, 2022, throughout the 11th of October. So just the day before the launch is when the demo would end. And you can think of the demo maybe as an open beta to stress test the servers. I hope this demo really kicks things off and the hordes of players start testing the game and break the servers so that when the launch is ready, the servers are no longer broken, they are fixed, everything is wiped, and so on. So, developed by Needs Games, which is a daughter studio of Neverline Games. And Never are known to be greedy, especially considering their Western version of webtoons has so many greedy webtoons that have more than 3 episodes that are paywalled. For me personally, and that's an off topic, but I wouldn't read something that's over 3 paywalled episodes. But back to December, hack and slash action RPG in the style of Diablo, Path of Exile, Wosen, Torchlight, Grim Dawn, and need I go on, Titan Quest, and so on. Yes, watch my video about the game if you really want to know more about it, but overall, there will be a main story, there will be endgame, there will be raid bosses, there's skill systems, there's different classes based on what weapons you wear and what skills you use, and there will be crafting, enchanting, raid bosses, guilds, and so on. Everything you might need, and including pay to win, which you don't need, is in that game, so be prepared. The next game on the list is Eville, written Eville, Evil. Betray your friends and lie your way to victory. Inspired by popular multiplayer social deduction party games such as Werewolves and Among Us, this is a new take on the concept with real-time gameplay and interaction. Releasing on the 11th of October 2022, developed by VestGames, published by Versus Evil. So yeah, a social deduction game where you can group up with others to figure out who the betrayer is, who the killer is, or you could be the killer. In any ways, it's kind of players are pitted against one another to figure out who is the bad guy among them. And if you like those murder mystery type of games, social deduction, detective, and deception, and stuff like that, yeah, this is a very interesting title. And one good thing about this for Xbox Game Pass players is it is coming to Xbox Game Pass. It will be on Xbox Access One, also Steam and the Microsoft Store and Game Pass. And I'm assuming this might be Game Pass for both Xbox and Microsoft Store owners. I'm not sure about this little bit. Now we're moving on to something interesting called Timemelters, which used to be known by its old name Wicca. So strategy, witches, and time travel, featuring both a single player and a co-op campaign, and designed by a small indie team of 3 people. Time Melters is a strategy adventure featuring a unique game mechanic which allows the players to go back in time and fight alongside themselves. It will be early access, releasing on the 12th of October by Autoexec Games. There is a downloadable Time Melters demo you can try right now on Steam. And yeah, Time Melter Stone 1 Witches and Pyres might be the game for you if you like good old linear experiences that isn't repetitive with great storyline and innovative game mechanics. You can start playing the story mode at 5 p.m. solo or with a friend or with some pizza and finish it around 3 a.m. The perfect game night, apparently. And then there's another 10 hours of gameplay with the challenge mode, so what, around 20 hours, maybe. Uh, created and co-designed, created by the co-designer of Freud, Tales of Werewolves. Time Melters brings you to a mythical land of dreams and nightmares, where witch trials seem the only answer to the preternatural forces threatening the land. First time I'm seeing that word. Huh. Time Makers is a strategy adventure game, as I mentioned, that features a unique game mechanic, time travel, which allows the players to go back in time and fight alongside themselves. You play as Tegan, a witch whose powers were just recently unleashed by an unwelcome guest. Now you must venture forth in a desperate effort to cleanse the countryside from the seeping evil that is corrupting it. Something is rotten in the kingdom of Hogendale. Creation is stricken. Trees and beasts sicken, wither, and are reborn as shrieking, malevolent shades. The dead claw their way out of the poisoned earth to swarm mindlessly over the land. No living man or no living man or woman is safe from their dripping talons, whose talons are brought to ruin. King Ionrakas King Yonrakis' dream of lasting Pax Hogendale vanishes in an unnatural whirl of blood and misery. It must be the witches. Who else could be responsible for this chaos? The king decrees their death by fire, and thus many innocent women are condemned to be sacred to the sacred pyre. And this is where the story kicks off for us. So you can play the full campaign with a friend online if you feel like it. The storyline is apparently startling, engaging campaign with all the twists, turns, nooks, crannies, and what the bleep just happened moments you would and should expect from a story based on time travel. And challenge mode is pretty much you can test your brain power with 40 mind-bending 4D thinking challenges. There is also skill tree where you choose your spells upgrades, yielding ever more powerful magic and intricate build choices. And there's original soundtrack, a sumptuous, expensive soundtrack filled with epic moments, and a few earworms. So a small team of 3 people. It took them 5 years to make the game. While they're experienced and passionate developers in their own right, we shouldn't expect AAA graphics. Okay, I mean, graphics is not the most important thing in the game anyways, at least to me. I'm not that shallow. So the game still looks pretty solid. Even if it's not next-gen graphics, it's still solid. And it's better, because that means it's going to be available for a broader audience of machines. Weaker machines would be able to enjoy it. Maybe Steam Deck too, who knows. In any case, Time Melters 12th of October. Next game on the list is not Steam Patch, it's Patch Quest. Patch Quest is on Steam as an early access title already, and it was going to launch on October 13th, 2022, but it just got delayed. There was a message that it got delayed just the other day. So I still kept it in the list. The actual release might be later on, maybe November, maybe January. I can't. I think maybe February. But the update that was planned as the 1.0 update is still coming on that date. So on October 13th, you will get that update, but the actual release will happen next year in February, apparently. But the game is already playable, already buyable, so why not include it in the list? In fact, it's a list of games you could play in October, so it fits, I guess. Developed by Lychee Games, WAPS, published by Curve Games. It's a Roguevania, roguelite Metroidvania 2D game. In a labyrinth surrounded by vicious monsters, explorers must rely on their lasso to survive. Capture and tame any monster to leap, glide, surf, tunnel, and web sling through a treacherous patchwork maze. This roguelike Metroidvania seems cute, but it's a deceptively difficult bullet hell, apparently. Yeah, some of the features. Explore a shuffling patchwork maze where every run feels fresh. Lasso the monsters, collecting them all, level them up and keep them as pets. Gather ammo fruits and blend them into powerful ammo smoothies. Collect over 200 unique plants and minerals. Earn explorable gadgets that permanently expand your mechanics. Unlock gates and open shortcuts to reach deeper and more dangerous zones. You need to make use of everything you find to survive out there. So yeah, there's all sorts of monsters, like Berserker can launch itself like a harpoon. Sandmender can tunnel underground to safety. Torrentos has hard reflective shell. Velostrich has lightning fast reflexes. Triantula can zip around on a silk bungee cord. And there's more than 50 species with an even greater variety of subspecies. So definitely a lot for people who love collecting to get down to collecting for. And yeah, Patch Quest definitely seems like a fun game. Hope some of you out there end up enjoying it. Moving on to a sci-fi space-based game, Fueled Up by Fireline Games, published by Gamera Games. Fueled Up is a chaotic couch co-op spaceship recovery game for up to 4 players. You and your crewmates must fuel, fix, and rescue damaged spaceships before the evil space octopus gets its tentacles on them. There is a downloadable demo on Steam you can play right now, but the release date is the 13th of October 2022. Return the spaceships to safety while dealing with unexpected dangers like wormholes, asteroid showers, and space squids. Keep the engines filled up. Fix hull breaches and extinguish fires or risk the ship blowing up. There are no boring days in the life of a spaceship recovery engineer. Intense couch co-op fun. Enjoy a game where teamwork, rapid pace, and multiple task juggling combine with the heavy doses of chaos and laughter. Mix careful planning with split-second decision making to make it back to base. Work with your crewmates in both local and online multiplayer. Only one controller? No problem. Share it with your friend and save spaceships together. Returning safely, not enough. Craving even more excitement, each level offers extra objectives to test your skills and prove there's no task too challenging for you and your crew. So explore dangerous galaxies, face increasingly challenging hazards, and avoid the space octopus to become the best spaceship recovery engineer the universe has ever seen. Gather your crew and start saving those spaceships. Now, this game has Star Trek in the name, and I was like, should I include it in the high profile video? I decided I shouldn't. I mean, yes, it has a high profile name drop there, Star Trek. But Star Trek Prodigy Supernova seems like a lesser known underdog kind of game, and it has co op, which is why I included it here. Releasing on the 14th of October 2022, developed by Tessera Studios, published by Outright Games. Dao, El, and Gwyndala race against time to save their friends, their ship, new alien species, and an entire planetary system before a supernova destroys them all while battling a deadly new enemy that will stop at nothing to destroy the proto-star and change the very course of history. Very long sentence, mind you. Very long intro. So yeah, join Starfleet. Play as Dao Rel and Gwyndor and rescue their scattered crew. Play solo or in two-player cooperative mode in this exciting action adventure. After the protostar picks up strange readings from a dying star, Dawarel and Gwyndor race against time to save their friends, their ship, and so on, as I already read. They're repeating this. Explore the alien world of Orisi, Mirios, and Tarisi, each with its own hostile environments, puzzles, challenges, and mysteries. When the Protostar's malfunctioning transporter scatters the crew across three alien planets, Dow and Gwyn must use their wits and skills to overcome ingenious puzzles, endure hostile environments, and battle deadly robot armies to rescue Jan Kompok, Roktak, Zero, and Murph. Make the first contact with new alien species, learn about their history, and discover their secrets. Battle a deadly new adversary and his robot army in thrilling combat encounters. But as they search for their friends, they soon discover a sinister and deadly new enemy, one that will stop at nothing to destroy the protostar and change the very course of history. A game named after a famous quote by Jean-Paul Sartre, a famous philosopher, and if I'm not mistaken, playwright as well. Hell is Others is a survival horror PvPvE top-down shooter. Outside the safety of your apartment lies the noir hellscape that is Century City, a city of endless night that straddles the line between reality and insanity. Explore, hunt, and loot in a place where blood is literally currency. Releasing on October 20th, 2022, developed by Strelka Games and Yonder, published by A List Games, or A List Games, maybe is the better way to pronounce the publisher name. A little bit about the game again. Adam Smithson does his best to exist in his tiny apartment, alone, high above Century City. His only companion is a bonsai tree, which he dutifully cares for, perhaps only to pass the time. Time which seems to have no beginning or end. But like everything else in the city, his plans require wood to survive. So Adam is forced to find a regular supply on the dark streets below. An elevator lowers Adam into the shadowy nightmare of the city where the hunt begins. In a place where wood is currency and the only way out is down, Adam must survive and thrive the best he can while confronting others with the same goal in mind. A unique multiplayer online survival game. Hell is Others allows you to progress your character by way of customizable items you obtain for your apartment. Grow your own ammunition via bloodthirsty plants. Explore the noir urban setting. Confront the others and do your best to live to see another day. A day which never seems to come. There is PvP. Stalking the same pathways you do are monsters that feel familiar to Adam. Close yet so distant. Maybe the others are just like you. As fast as predator can become prey, make sure you're using all of Adam's senses to stay on top of the food chain. The others not only want your blood, but to strip away the precious items you've collected for their own purposes. There is also PvE. The city is filled with the unknown evils of the world. In every alleyway, shop entrance, and crosswalk, the things lay in wait for the perfect time to strike in order to steal away highly valuable blood in your veins. Grow your ammo. Ensuring your plants grow big and healthy requires a constant supply of blood. But what if enhancing your crops yielding bigger, better results? By adding fertilizers, you can create a wide range of bullet-producing plants, grow more powerful ammo, and add unique features like bouncing bullets or Taiwan varieties. The possibilities are apparently endless. And you can build your safe place, customize Adam's apartment with new objects and appliances to convert the tiny apartment into a comfortable fortress. Besides simple decorations, every item has added benefits of or perks for Adam while he is down in Century City trying to survive. Tic tac, you have a limited time to do your business once down in the city. Look up for an elevator and go back home before it's too late, or you might just end up losing what's in your pockets. But watch out, you're not the only one that wants to go back to his safe home. I'm not sure how they're handling the PvP and the co-op, but it's a PvPvE game. Not sure how big the team size would be, but it seems like a very unique type of game and definitely worth getting included in this video. Warhammer 40k. Shooters, Blood and Thief. From the developers of the Guns, Gore and Cannoli franchise comes a new 2D run and gun platformer. Warhammer 40k Shooters, Blood and Thief. Spearhead an orc invasion, destroy the Hive City and kill your war boss. Here we go. Developed and published by Roguesite, 20th of October 2022 is the release date, but you can now download a demo on Steam. Regarding platforms, there are quite a few. Steam, GOG, Xbox, XS1, PlayStation 5, 4 and Switch are expected. And yes, there is online PvP, shared split screen PvP, online co-op, shared split screen co-op. So pretty fun game it seems. Let's tell you a little bit more about it. Let's start with the features. Classic 2D scrolling goodness filled with intense action, funny one-liners, screaming deaths and comical dialogues. Choose your class, picking between 4 distinct characters, each with their own unique toolkit, true to the Warhammer 40k lore. Inflict chaos with an arsenal of weapons at your fingertips. Expand your armory with up to 20 different weapons. There's no such thing as having too much DACA. Unleash your Wah. Wah is supposed to be a shout, I'm not gonna shout. At the right time. Wreak carnage and rain destruction on those puny Yumis. Challenge the mightiest empire in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. It would have been nice if I were reading this in a Cockney accent, but it would sound awful if I try to do one, so I'm not gonna. Become victorious, bring the planet to its knees, and lead your very own Wa. Earn hats by destroying compelling bosses, completing milestones, or exchanging teeth at the Meek Boy shop. Mac Boy shop, actually. Teeth are collected by tearing through the story. Beautiful hand-drawn scenery gives an incredible sense of depth to a sight-on world. Break up the action and immerse yourself in engaging cinematics. Set foot on Wutius Prime, Wutius written Luteus Prime in single-player mode, or get a party together of up to 4 orc boys and have some fun together. Multiplayer is available both online and in local co-op. Draw it out against your rivals in an all-out epic battle to decide who is the badass and meanest baddest orc in the warband. Up to 4 boys can scrap it out in the arena, both online and in local PvP. Get your socks rocked off with an amazing heavy metal soundtrack composed by Dion van Heerden. Yes, there will be explosions, like a lot of them. So hand-drawn 2D action adventure taking you on a wild ride of DACA, gore and explosions. Crump your way through the hive city of Luteus Prime, battle humans, orcs and Gene Stealer cultists, and ultimately retrieve your luscious hair squeak from the hands of the war boss Gutreka. I think this might be a very fun game for people who want a little bit of casual platformer co-op / PvP game. The next game on the list is called Pursuit of Power 2: The Chaos Dimension. It is a fast-paced real-time strategy game with pixel art. You assume the role of a powerful Shadow Knight Stalker, Stalker or Mage. Upgrade abilities, dynamic world events, manage fortresses, campaign, and skirmish, which is local or network as well. Releasing on the 26th of October 2022, developed by Precision Games LLC. Regarding some of the features, real-time strategy game with pixel art. Player Shadow Knight, Stalker or Mage as your leader class. Upgrade your avatar abilities to become more powerful. Command elite troops with strategic roles and a rage mechanic. Manage connections between fortresses in a unique way. Gain prestige by capturing rifts and performing heroic acts. Dynamic world events with invaders that attack fortresses. Win by capturing all enemy fortresses or surviving the apocalypse. Single player campaign with a story and objectives. Single and multiplayer skirmish, local or network. Pursuit of Power 2, The Chaos Dimension, is a real-time strategy game with a different focus than traditional RTS games. Players connect fortresses together in order to build, upgrade, generate bonus resources, defend allies, and lay siege to enemies. Each player has a leader unit that summons structures and casts powerful abilities. Rifts dynamically spawn waves of invaders that drive the action. There is a priority system for enemy targets and a rage mechanic that affects combat in multiple ways. Fight throughout a single-player campaign game with unique content and objectives for your leader. Play local and network skirmish games with up to 10 players. Join a team with allies that can come to your aid. Create new skirmish games using a map editor with a rich set of features. So yeah, the co-op in this game is pretty much when you play against other people and you decide to have one of those people be your teammate. Typical for RTS games, obviously, but I still consider it co-op, even though it's like a PvP kind of co-op. What is the demo? The demo for Pursuit of Power 2 places you in a skirmish game as a Shadow Knight versus another SK computer player at normal difficulty. You will probably want to read the help tips image, and there is an extended set of help information too, but this demo has already been removed, unfortunately. Maybe it might make a comeback in this Steam Next Fest in October. Time will tell. The game begins with your chosen leader spawning next to a crystal formation. Clicking on the crystal will summon your first fortress over it. Now you must race across the map to summon more fortresses over unprotected crystal formations using your leader and zealots. There's a lot of information about the game you could read on the Steam page. There is also an official website you can visit on precisiongames.net, and then you can click the game. But this video will get too long if I read every single thing. So currently the game is apparently in beta phase of development, and since it's releasing soon, it should be the final beta phase. We will see about that. It's not gonna release as an early access game, so it should be the full game, finished game that comes in October. So there will be pathfinding improvements, troop AI, computer player AI, networking, multiplayer, game editor, combat mechanics, fortresses, chaos levels, rifts, invaders, and other major components. If the game has a map editor, that means the community can make a lot of content for it, and games like those thrive on community-based content. So if it gathers if it gathers enough attention from people, it could definitely grow thanks to the community. To top off this list, it's October after all. We need a Halloween release game, and we need a Halloween themed game. Waking Nightmare. Become a dream walker in this high adrenaline nightmare. Push yourself to the limits on single player for a high score, or challenge your friends in a battle with your nightmares on your side. The choice is yours. Unfortunately, I couldn't find much information about this game. There is a website, but on the website it pretty much says an email address and to email for more information and stuff like that. And I couldn't wait to find out more about it because it would take too long. Maybe who knows when they would reply. Releasing on the 31st of October this Halloween, developed and published by Synectics Studios games. Synectics is a one word with Y. So, regarding the single player, grab a controller and jump into Waking Nightmare and unveil the worst of what one's mind can summon from the depths of their subconscious. Push yourself to survive the nightmare in a thrilling, high adrenaline-filled single-player mode. Collect your weapons to defeat the unholy creations that can only manifest from the unconscious mind. Attempt to gain the highest score by reaching the ranks of Dreamwalker or be forever trapped in a waking nightmare. Regarding versus mode, play with up to 4 players to destroy nightmares while building your own dream army, then fight to become the one true Dreamwalker. And regarding co-op mode, team up with other dreamers to destroy every nightmare that crosses your path to gain the high score and achieve the rank of Dreamwalkers. Regarding maps, the beginning is 1 to 2 players co-op, the arena 1 to 4 players versus, the pit 1 to 2 players versus, the encounter single player, hollow grounds 1 to 2 players co-op, and beneath 1 to 2 players co-op. If the game is successful, I could see the guy adding more maps and more things, but in general it looks like a very nice addition this Halloween for people to enjoy. To get notified when I upload more content like this one or other builds and guides for Wooter and not so Wooter games, you can subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button to not miss out on notifications. As well as keep in mind there's something called memberships on YouTube, which lets you be a paying member for my channel to get access to perks such as emotes and badges made by me, as well as the option to get one-on-one tutoring for the very basics of Adobe Photoshop, Premiere and After Effects. And memberships can be cancelled at any time if you no longer want to be a member. Thanks for watching all the way until the end. Struck up, keep it cool until next time, and goodbye.